Hi everybody, I hope you guys are having a great start to your new year. Today I am going to be going through this guy. It is my 2019 bullet journal and a lot of you guys requested that I flip through it like I usually do. I'm super excited to show you guys all of my pages from 2019, but I will say that I didn't do as well bullet journaling as past years. There's a lot that happened this year and I'll kind of get into it in this video, but yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys before I got too much into the video. So the journal that I used for 2019 is the Leuchtturm 1917 journal. And this is my third time using the Leuchtturm journals. I am switching it up in 2020 and I'm trying out a different journal this time, but I really do love these journals. But I started off my first page with this little 2019 logo. I used my little typewriter stamps, which I know you guys have seen in some of my past videos, but they're just so handy and I've been using them for a year now. And on the next page I did this little gouache painting of a moon with the word dream on it and my 2019 calendar. I really tried to stick with the starry kind of galaxy theme, and so I kind of carried it onto here. And I definitely used this in the beginning of the year, but then I kind of forgot about it. But I think I'm gonna go back and fill in all the important dates that happen throughout the year, just to kind of have a little place marker of different dates out of the year that I want to remember. And my goals and my bucket list. I didn't really fill out my goals section. And here is my first page of January. And this was definitely something different for me because I had only used gouache paints on this previous painting, and that was my kind of first time working with them, but I thought they were so much fun to work with. I really tried this year to come out of my comfort zone and try new art techniques, and it was definitely partly inspired by Skillshare's classes that I was able to take. If you guys have seen some of my past videos, I kind of talked to you guys about the classes that I've taken and how they've helped me kind of learn new art techniques. But if you haven't heard me talk about them, Skillshare offers thousands of inspiring classes for creatives and for people that are curious about topics like illustration, design, art, and even business. I've used it for everything from painting techniques to learning how to improve my business. And I definitely want to go into 2020 with the same kind of mindset of wanting to explore new skills and getting inspired by other artists and how they kind of do things. But yeah, I definitely suggest you guys check them out and explore your creativity. You can click the link in my description to get 2 free months of their premium membership. Alright, so back to the video. So this is my first page of January, and this is how a lot of the pages are in this journal. I just kind of wanted to make it look like a scrapbook feel to kind of place all my little memories from the year there. So half the pages are kind of scrapbooking pages, and then the rest are like this, where I just have kind of little check boxes or to-do lists that I kind of keep track of. The photo paper that I use to print out all of my photos is the Epson Premium Glossy photo paper, I believe. And I'll definitely link all the main supplies that I used in my description box so you guys can check them out. But I use this glossy photo paper and then also my handy Tombow adhesive tape to paste all of them in. So I definitely go through a ton of rolls of those tapes because I'm constantly pasting things into my journal. And this was my February spread. This is definitely one of my favorite paintings I've done. It is of one of my favorite places in Yosemite. It's this meadow there called Tuolumne Meadows. It just feels so magical and surreal stepping into that kind of scene. So I definitely wanted to paint it, and it turned out to be one of my favorite paintings I've done. And in this month, I think I tried to do a lot of trackers. And what I noticed about trackers over time is that I do not use them. So I don't really think I'm going to keep up with this routine. I definitely try to do it once a year and see if I'll get back into it, and I just never am able to. But that's okay. Everyone has their own ways of bullet journaling, and that kind of way just doesn't really work for me, at least right now. But I'll definitely come back to it and kind of see if it fits in with my lifestyle at the time. In 2020, there's going to be a lot of changes since I just graduated with my boyfriend and we just moved in together, and so it's definitely going to be a lot different than it has been in the past. And this is my March page. I wanted to do a cloudy theme, and I actually did this one with my best friend. This was our first time trying oil paints, and probably did about 10 layers on this painting, if not more. I actually have this print and all the other prints that I do in my shop, and I'm actually going to, for the first time, list them as digital prints that you can download and print out on your computer. I'll only have those in the blank versions, but if you guys want to get a little calendar on it in any month, then you can also do the prints as well. And yeah, this page I kind of carried out the little cloudy theme that I have been doing. Oh yeah, and this was such a fun day because we went on a hike with Christine Mylene and her husband. If you guys know her on YouTube or Instagram by Blush in May, she does bullet journaling videos, and we've been following each other for a while, and we went to Muir Woods for a little hike, and it was really fun. And on this page I did a cloudy theme, and this was the last page I really bullet journaled in for a couple months. This was the week that my boyfriend Nick got really hurt, and I kind of talked to you guys about it in my June bullet journal video, but he was severely hurt and he was in the hospital for a month, so I pretty much spent the whole rest of the month in the hospital with him and his family and just making sure he was okay. So I have a couple pages in here that I'm obviously just going to keep to myself. The photos are just kind of personal and everything, but he came out of it and he was able to give a presentation with a senior design project in May, I believe. And so that was just amazing to see, and he's just come a long way, so I wanted to kind of give you guys an update from the last video that I talked to you guys about that in. So this is kind of jumping ahead. This is actually in June when I went to Miami with my family. And one of the things that I did is just create this little booklet for all of my photos because I ran out of pages to put it on. But yeah, now on to June. This was the first month that I bullet journaled in a long time. I did this gouache painting of some like dunes and then a kind of Jupiter looking planet. And I didn't really do much bullet journaling in this month, but I did do this page, which was really fun, and I went to a wedding in June for some of our friends, but that's basically all the bullet journaling I did for June. And then in July I did this poppies theme, and this was really fun to do actually. It was something so simple, but it's actually one of my favorite ones. And this was actually supposed to be the cover for July, but I ended up not really liking it, so I just kind of pasted it in my bullet journal. But this was a painting I did based on a picture that I took of Highway 1, and I kind of wanted to do that as my theme because I knew I was going to go to Big Sur with my friend this month. So yeah, these pages I just pasted in all of our photos from our camping trip. And then I go on to August, and I did this one all digitally, which I usually only do watercolor and gouache for my cover paintings, but I really liked how this one turned out with the important date section and everything, so I kind of stuck with that as my theme. We went to Lake Tahoe, so now I start getting into a little bit more of like where I start planning again, getting back into the rhythm of things. And this was my September spread. I did this kind of sunburst theme, and this one took a really long time because of all the little detailing I did with all the flowers and stuff, but I really want to do more stuff like this. It was super relaxing and fun to do. Oh, and here I hit 300,000 subscribers, which is crazy to me. I was at Black Angus with my family and I was so close to 300,000, and the whole dinner we just kind of like kept looking at the subscriber count, and I finally hit it, I think right after dinner ended, so it was a really fun moment. But yeah, just more planning. I started using a ton of my new sticker designs because I love them so much. And here I did a print for a Michaels campaign, and I used the Copic markers. I always forget the name of these, but I used only Copic markers on marker paper to do this one, and it was so much fun. I'm used to using paint for everything, so it was kind of a cool change up to try that out. And here is my October spread. I definitely went with the autumn theme for this one, and I wanted to make it nice and orange with kind of like an autumn forest background, and just some planning pages. And then here I covered up this habit tracker with my Hawaii postcard because I went the week after this and I didn't end up using the habit tracker at all. So I ended up kind of just using these pages as my Hawaii trip pages. It was just me, one of my sisters, my grandma, and my mom. So it was just a fun little girls trip that we took. And I actually did this painting in a series of 3 paintings. Just kind of did this abstract floral painting, and I just love how they all turned out. I think, yeah, here they are. I ended up doing all 3 of them in one night because I didn't know if any of them would kind of turn out badly, so I just tried out 3 different but similar styles. And then just chose whichever one I liked the most. But I ended up liking all 3 in different ways. So it was a really fun kind of challenge to do. Here I was trying to practice my signature. I actually ended up listing all of my original paintings from this year and past years on my Etsy page. I still have several of them up, and I think I ended up going with this one just because I thought it was nice and simple and clean. And I always get so nervous doing my signature on things, like I'm gonna mess it up or something, so that one's pretty easy to do. And then this is my December spread. This is actually my friend's painting that she did when we did the March cloudy theme. So we actually did these 2 together, and I wanted to use it as my December spread. And on this side I put all of my Christmas sticker designs that I did for the new year. I made them more like autumny and wintry so that you could kind of use them all year round, but I just love these. I think they're my favorite like sets that I've done. So I just really wanted to kind of have a place for them here to remember when I put those together. And this was my graduation party. So the rest of this bullet journal is not a bullet journal, I would say. It's more of a scrapbook. And then these photos I took of my boyfriend Nick going off to his very last test he ever had to take. This month was crazy because I finished my last class ever of my graduate degree, and then immediately after that I went to San Diego, and then I went to Disneyland with my family, and then after that week I came back and we graduated. And I think this is my last page of my bullet journal. I think I had about 100 pages left, which is a lot more than usual, but for everything that happened earlier this year, we're just so grateful that 2019 was able to be ended on a high note with us graduating, and we actually moved into our first apartment together. This is actually the first video I'm filming in our new apartment. We're just super excited to start this new chapter, and I'm excited to keep doing bullet journaling and keep making art and kind of sharing it with you guys like I have been for the past few years. Thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for coming along my artistic journey with me and supporting me over the years. I think it's such a fun thing that I'm able to do this, and I can't wait to make more art in the new year. So yeah, this is where I'll leave this video off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.